everybody, and welcome to another episode of Too Weird Didn't Watch.
Normally you do what the show's about.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me start again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Too Weird Didn't Watch, the show where we make fun of movies that we have not seen based only on their weird descriptions.
I'm Brantley.
I'm Albert, and I definitely know how to do the intro of this show.
Yeah.
It has been a while since we recorded before today. We did just record one.
4 weeks.
And again, I would like to apologize for the audio quality. It's not our best. I goofed up on the equipment, so we'll be back to normal next time, we hope. We are going to do the werewolf-themed episode that I thought Brantley wanted. He said he wanted vampires after I brought werewolves.
I'm always down for werewolves.
So we've got
movie monster.
A couple of movies here, and we're going to get right into it, starting with Carnivore, Werewolf of London.
As opposed to Werewolf of London, American Werewolf of London, Wolfman of London, and She-Wolf of London.
I do have to say,
all those movies.
Based on the
or the song,
the description of this, yes, the song is a great pull. Based on the description of this, it actually sounds okay. It sounds like like a good movie that somebody made, and they couldn't get anybody to watch it, and they're like, "We're gonna go for that SEO style title because that's the only way we can get somebody to stumble on our movie. We'll just show up in similar movies that you have searched for. If you wanted Werewolf of London, maybe Carnivore Werewolf of London will be a good enough facsimile."
All right.
Loved up couple Dave and Abby head out into the country for a nice weekend.
Loved up?
Love
drunk?
I have read several different descriptions for this one.
So they all use that phrase for some reason.
No, they don't. I think the idea here is that they're on their relationship is on the rocks.
Okay.
I would have said maybe loved out. Loved up is not how I would have put it. Like they're trying to do, I think, like a portmanteau of like fed up and love, like something, but that's not really working for me.
Points for trying, but no.
Dave has booked a cottage over the internet. Thanks for that detail. It's like, I love
Is this like our very first movie? This whole movie is just a commercial for like Rooms to Go?
Oh, is it? Not Rooms to Go, but that would be hilarious. AirBnB.
Yes.
It's not. It's not Carnivore, Airbnb of London. No, but that would be a great idea. It's like conspicuously
and then
included.
It's just like on the very bottom, it's like, they could have stayed anywhere else with the service. Like this horrifying monster with just horrible things happen to these people, and it's like, if you don't want this to happen, shop with us.
I was about to rag on the person who wrote this description, like, getting to the part of the sentence where they're like, Dave has booked a cottage, and they're like, the people at home probably want to know how. But in your scenario, it's so conspicuous. They keep mentioning Airbnb so often, and they're like, well, I guess it was a pretty important to the people who made the movie.
I mean, they kept talking about it. They didn't use the service because they didn't think it was good enough for them. But then, hey, kept saying they should have afterwards.
He's booked this cottage over the internet, and when they arrive, they are greeted by a Farmer Giles type. I think this person was from Great Britain. I don't know who Farmer Giles is. There's
an old story where a character's name is Farmer Giles, and it's like in Salem, and I remember he like dies by pressing. I can't remember what the story's called. It's killing me because we went over it like in 2 different literature classes in high school.
Oh, okay. So he's a character from literature. In the brief pre-credit sequence, we see a poor soul fall victim to a mysterious creature. So begins Carnivore, Werewolf of London. Alone and isolated, it's only fitting Dave gets his...
Sorry, in my head, it's like, it starts with that, just a narration.
Yeah.
Just this poor soul, and now our story begins, Carnivore. And then here's some guy just, clearly editing someone else, just
Werewolf of London.
Just real quick trying to get this out of there and then move on with the movie.
That's in the trailer, obviously.
Yes.
The voiceover, come to 3 of us and see the thrilling Carnivore. Werewolf of London.
Got a little burp, burp. Just like, because it's poorly edited.
Alone and isolated, it's only fitting Dave gets his quote-unquote romantic head on.
Phrasing?
I think I was gonna say that maybe I get what they're trying to say. He, like, gets into a romantic frame of mind.
Gets into the mood.
Yes. In between a couple of rigorous shagging sessions, and has a surprise in store for Abby. Yeah, definitely from Great Britain. So they're trying to get... In case you're confused by the language here, their relationship is, as we would say in America, on the rocks, and they're trying to rekindle the spark
by having the sex.
Yeah, well, that's relatively effective, I'd say.
I know, but they're having the sex, and then he's like, in between he has a surprise? Or is this just like a plan? It's like, we'll get there, we'll have sex, I'll pop the surprise, then we'll have sex again. I'm brilliant!
Well, I think that one of the things that, they're having the sex, but then he's actually, like, starting to get back into love. Like, maybe it's her idea, right? And
fair enough.
She's like, we'll just get out. We'll do whatever you want to do. He's like, fine, whatever.
You know, book us a cabin, don't use Airbnb.
Definitely not Airbnb.
Then you see, like, the bottom of their screen, like, this is a mistake.
It's so weird. Like, they planned this. The thing is, they shot the movie and then they sold the Airbnb.
So they just, like, shove it in random places in the movie wherever they can.
Yeah, just like, we're just gonna have subtitles that say they should have used Airbnb here.
Whenever something bad happens.
Not quite going to plan. Everything soon goes tits up when there are fleeting glimpses of something flashing past the windows. Things go wrong.
No, yeah, I've heard.
Okay.
I've listened to a lot of, like, British.
Okay, fair enough. So. It was uncomfortable for me to read those words out loud. It soon materializes that there is a werewolf prowling and howling around outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The couple have to fight for their lives as there is no mobile signal!
Fair.
If you'd gone with Airbnb, they would have had...
Make sure you always have coverage.
It switched to a T-Mobile ad! And at the end...
We need to make money back somehow, guys. No one wanted to go see our movie. We tried the Colons tagging on Werewolf of London all there. They're not even in London. They're in the woods.
Yeah, they're clearly not in London. What is the... Is the werewolf... I just thought about that, because they're out... they're in this cottage out in the country where there's no mobile signal.
Better. He's actually from London, and it ends where he turns to the camera, still werewolf, like, I got this great vacation by shopping with Airbnb. Winks, there's a twinkle in his teeth.
He switches back into a dude. And the dude is, like, got clean clothes, hiding.
I like the idea he just puts on a suit over the werewolf.
The suit, okay, but fine. But, like, he just looks... Then, like, David Harper from Stranger Things comes in and looks at the camera and is like, yep, it's a Tide ad. Did you see those Tide ads?
I have not.
Oh, they're great.
I've seen the Dundee commercial.
Yes, that was okay, too.
And it's like, you know... Australia has, like, the best wines in the world. And it's like, I get it. This is not a movie. This is a tourist ad. And he goes... John the Grove does. It's a tourist ad. I get it.
The great thing about the Tide ad was it worked for other commercials because they made the point that, like, you know, they're going through different genres of commercials and they're like, what do all these commercials have in common? They have clean clothes. And so every time you would see a commercial where someone was wearing clothes that weren't dirty, you'd be like, but is it a Tide ad? So, of, like, that commercial, I think, there's all this debate about whether a commercial was worth the money, and I feel like that one, it got people just saying, like, at random points in their lives, like, it's a Tide ad, because that was hilarious, but it also just got, the worst part about this, Brantley, I'm singing the praise of this advertisement, but my wife started using Tide Pods in our laundry like you're supposed to. She got a good deal on them. We did not eat the Tide Pods. I want to reiterate. No Tide Pods were eaten. But I'm allergic, as it turns out, to Tide Pods.
The best.
I was itching for like a week from that load of laundry she did with the Tide Pods. It was not a fun time.
Outstanding. What's this?
What is next? Did we read all of it?
I don't know. You're the one reading. How would I know?
So, just to be clear, they said there's no mobile signal, no landline, and for some reason, all the windows in the cottage are nailed shut. Possibly a trap.
Yeah, kind of like a Leprechaun
Legends.
Legends.
You know who wouldn't have sold them a cottage?
Airbnb?
That had the windows nailed shut?
Make sure your windows can always open with Airbnb.
They have that little check mark where windows nailed shut, yes or no?
Just the guys trying to open it's like, darn it, if we had shut the Airbnb, this window would be open by now. This podcast is not sponsored by Airbnb.
It is not.
Nor Tide.
Next up we have Never Cry Werewolf.
I think we've already done this one.
Have we?
I think so.
Jared Martin moves next door to the handsets along with his hot motorcycle and eerie, ill-tempered dog.
Let me check, because I think that was the first werewolf one we did.
And then, okay, I think this is so his neighbor thinks, is creeped out by him.
Maybe. Hang on.
I think this is a longer one than you did, but yeah, we'll just move on. It sounded very familiar to me, but I didn't actually go through our list and look for him. This is not a werewolf themed episode anymore, Brantley.
No, it is not.
Because next up, we have Starship Invasions!
That could still be werewolf, you don't know.
Captain Ramses and his legion of the Winged Serpent Brigade are out to claim Earth for their dying race.
Okay, it might not be werewolves.
They're a dying race of werewolves.
Yeah, there you go. We had vampires in space before.
Out to save Earth is an alien guard patrol located in the Bermuda Triangle, the League of Races. You know, every single word of this description has been just epic.
I'm on board with everything with the Bermuda Triangle. There's nothing there.
These people are.
Okay, and this
the League of Races is. Here's the thing, they probably create some kind of weird time vortex that causes all kinds of ripples all the way back through time, creating the legend of the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, making some people crash and where this one guy has to hunt dinosaurs who he calls just big lizards.
That's the one.
That's a deep cut that nobody's going to get.
That's Jurassic the Hunted, guys.
I'm proud of you for knowing what I was referencing.
Oh, definitely. I'll never forget that.
First ever recording, which we forgot to record, and it's super blurry. I love that video.
Out to save Earth. No, I already said that part. The League of Races leaders warn Ramses that he's breaking galactic treaty rules. That's less awesome than the first two sentences. Wait, the guy shows up to invade and they're like, excuse me, sir, you're not allowed to do that.
That is illegal.
Have you heard the rules that we have? It's against the rules.
You didn't apply for your permit.
Come on, I love it. Oh man, I absolutely love this idea that you've just created where it's a universe where war is legal, but there's a whole bureaucratic process.
That's kind of what we have with the United Nations.
Kinda.
Also in Ben 10 they have an intergalactic agreed upon rule where if you want to invade a planet, you send down your champion. And they send out their champion if they agree to this, or you can just do the whole war thing, but then people can fight against you.
Right.
But if they agree to the champion thing and your champion wins, you just own the planet and nobody can say anything.
Okay. No rematch or anything?
I mean, they can, it's just you've already beat the champion.
Fair enough. The alien villain responds by launching an invasion which telepathically drives Earthlings to suicide.
I was going to say The Happening, but dumber. But then I was going to say Happening, but better. But then I was going back to dumber again, because these both sound like dumb ideas.
I mean, if you can do it, it's great. But this guy, with this dying race and the Legion of the Winged Serpent is showing up, and he's like, we're going to take over. He has a suicide ray, but he's also invading.
Maybe he just wants our resources?
I mean, it could be. I mean, it's a good strategy if you can get your enemy to commit suicide.
Obnoxious amount of water. That's not
fair.
Poisonous. At least to us. I don't know about aliens. I haven't met any lately, as far as I know.
The Legion of Races implore UFO expert Professor Duncan to help them.
Okay. Let me break this down. So, the Legion of Races are...
The League of Races, but yours is better.
That sounds like some, like, white supremacist villain group. The Legion of Races that aren't white. So they're in the Bermuda Triangle. That's where they're stationed?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're already on Earth.
Yeah. They're apparently not races of aliens. I guess.
Questions.
Because they don't know about flying UFOs.
Maybe that's not how they got here. Maybe they have wormholes.
Yeah, maybe.
They have stargates.
I love the idea of aliens showing up and we're like, whoa, first contact. And they're like, what are up with these flying saucers?
And there's like they see like a 747 go by. What the crap is that? It's a plane. That's how we get around fast. You've mastered flight? You're from space. We can't fly. That's magic. What?
That's an even better... All of your ideas are golden today, Brantley. I just want you to know you're on a roll.
Yeah.
Your bureaucratic, space war idea, the aliens who don't know how to fly idea. This is all amazing.
That sounds like a 70s sci-fi comedy.
It is from the 70s.
Woo! Look at
And it is called Starship Invasions, so I guess we can maybe not rule out that it's a comedy. But I don't, You were going somewhere with the fact that this was a UFO expert.
Anyways, so they're on Earth already, which, if they're aliens, has so many questions behind it. And this dude shows up and they're like, hey, you're not allowed to invade. And he does anyways with a suicide grade that if it works on humans, it's like, well, better get a human's help.
Better get a human's help, who, by the way...
Expert on flying saucers.
Expert on UFOs. Yeah, not expert on suicide or whatever this ray is. He just knows about...
Flying saucers.
Yeah.
Which is a pseudoscience concurrently.
Yeah. Eventually...
Let alone the 70s.
Okay. No, so there are... Apparently some of these League of Races are aliens because as eventually the two alien forces battle. Will the Earth be saved?
Probably not. That dude has flying saucers.
Yeah.
Which they can't fathom, apparently.
This seems very unlikely that the Earth will be saved.
Well, we were doing great in the ground warp, then they just hovered above us and shot down, and we couldn't really do anything. We're gonna go home. Sucks to be you guys. Bye, Earth.
For our last movie, we have Night Shadow.
Alright.
Alex Jung is a promising and attractive young TV journalist on her move up.
Oh, cool. Now we know we can care about this person.
Yeah. Imagine if she'd been a fatty.
Still one of your jokes from way back when.
Movie ruined. But Alex needs a break. A short vacation back to her hometown.
Okay. Yeah, that happens.
We care about Alex again because she's attractive. She isn't in town 24 hours before her boss wants her to cover the grisly story of multiple mutilation murders there in her usually quiet little community.
That's one, exploitative and also fair.
Yeah.
But I feel like she might be a little too close to the story there. Possibly.
Possibly.
If it's someone she's familiar with that died. If it's just...
It depends on how small the small town is.
Yeah, if it's someone she personally knew, then yeah, she shouldn't be a part of that. But if it's just in her town, then yeah, no, go crazy.
Yeah, well, we both live in small towns. Not used to live in the same small town as me, but it's not movie small town where they have
there's plenty of
streets.
90% of the people in Milton I don't know.
Probably more than that for me because I sit in my house most days. But yeah, so I guess it's possible she's pretty far from it. The townspeople are plunged into panic when the news leaks that the murder may be the work of a savage beast instead of mortal man.
Wouldn't that be more comforting than terrifying?
Yeah, I'm actually confused.
This was an animal attack. Oh, well, that just sucks. Whereas this is a dude who decided that killing was all right.
And we haven't caught him yet.
Yeah, which means that he's at least of average human intelligence, likely, and running out there looking to murder again. Whereas Anil is probably just hungry.
Yeah, or maybe rabid, but still not smart. Probably can't open doors.
Unless it's a raptor.
Even they would have trouble with doorknobs. Right?
They get off the island and they're just wait, darn.
A new kind of door? What is this? Maybe try it with your
Yeah,
mouth.
I wouldn't have like a whole like spit, but they would be chirping at each other like start pecking at it and just shrugs and leaves. Grant looks in the window. That was so much easier. Everyone, switch to knobs!
Alex and her karate stud boyfriend Ty, spelled T-A-I like Thai food.
Or like Taekwondo.
Yes. Team up with the town sheriff under pressure.
What's his name?
To find the bloodthirsty murderer. They don't say, but he's played by Tom Boylan.
Oh, okay.
This might be another werewolf movie.
Sounds like it probably is. But we don't know because they don't want to say. They want to be mysterious.
Well, it could be like a Chupacabra movie. Could be like a vampire. Could be some other... Like, maybe they created their own thing, Brantley. I met some people that created their own monster today, and it was awesome.
What was the monster?
It was called the Shadow Stalker.
Okay.
And it was... I described it to you. It was like this sort of very tall, shaggy thing.
Oh, right.
It had bent backwards feet at the bottom, so the knees were backwards. Amazing prosthetic. Like, these people actually were walking around outside in full daylight at the fair. It wasn't some, like, movie magic thing. Like, it really existed.
Yeah, you can buy those stilts.
Okay. Well, it looked cool.
Yeah, no.
And then, like, the front part of it was... It was like holding itself up with sticks when I was like, oh, like the things from Mad Max. And I'm like, yeah, we saw that. And we were building our thing at the time and kind of let the wind out of our sails, but we tried to kind of go in a different direction than what they did. But it was awesome and cool. And maybe they had their own movie. That's what I'm saying is like, maybe there's an original monster. We need more original monsters in movies, Brantley. Like good ones. Ones that come back. Ones that like stick. And we're like, we need more of that. No?
We do. It's just the hard to do.
Yeah. Anyway, that'll do it for this week on Two Weird Didn't Watch. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. If you like the episode, tell a friend about us, and we will see you guys next week. We promise with better sound quality. Almost promise. Half promise. Mostly promise. We don't know if we're going to have better. The future's an unknowable, unfathomable horror.
I can fathom it.
Yeah.
It'll be like today, only different things, and closer to world destruction.
I was driving down the highway towards your house today, and I thought about, like, is this highway going to be here in 100 years? Like, it's probably going to exist, but, like, what? In 100 years, what if this is crumbling into dust?
Depends on whether or not we wind up going to nuclear war.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of close to a military base.
That's fair. We could die.
Yeah.
We'd die quick, though, probably.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Anyway. Bye, guys!